all-new Millennium next Friday.
On the next Keenan, yummy Yasmin Bleed and the sexy sounds of Genuine. And Keenan.
Tonight at 11 on Fox 5 Atlanta. Winner of the Emmy for Best Newscast, Fox 5 Eyewitness News starts now.
For 24 hours, they questioned witnesses, picked through pieces of evidence, and now investigators have released the name of a material witness they want to talk to.
We have issued a warrant for a Mr. Eric Robert Rudolph, white male, age 31. Last known address was in a small North Carolina community in western North Carolina called Marble, North Carolina.
They are hoping this man can help shed some light on what happened the day the bomb went off.
Tonight, a Fox 5 exclusive.
He was once a police officer, but now Preston Chambers admits he committed a crime using equipment owned by the Atlanta police officer. In a Fox 5 exclusive, you'll hear how he used his own children and grandchildren in the commission of a crime.
Tonight, closer look.
Since the days of Calvin Coolidge, this dynamic doctor has taken care of generations of children. And while medicine has changed a lot in the last 70 years, her bedside manner hasn't.
And she does all her own doctoring. Isn't, okay, you stay here and we'll get the nurse to come in.
As this pediatrician approaches age 100, her patients and their parents cherish her age and her wisdom.
Dedicated, determined, dependable. For Friday, January 30th, this is Fox 5 Eyewitness News at 10.
Good evening. I'm Amanda Davis. Russ Spencer has the night off. Law enforcement officers across the country tonight are on the lookout for a North Carolina man now wanted as a material witness in yesterday's deadly bombing of a Birmingham women's clinic. Agents were extremely careful not to call 31-year-old Eric Robert Rudolph a suspect in the bombing, but they were clear. Finding him could be a major break in the case. In Birmingham, doctors say a nurse injured in the blast has lost an eye and remains in critical condition. And a memorial fund has been established to help the family of Birmingham police officer Robert Sanderson, who was killed in the explosion. Again, Eric Robert Rudolph is not a suspect in this case, but naming him as a material witness is a major step forward in the investigation. We have crews tonight in North Carolina, where Rudolph last lived, but we begin our coverage in Birmingham. That's where Fox 5 investigative reporter Dale Russell has the story on today's major announcement. Dale.
Amanda, I think it's safe to say in a major investigation like this is a fast-breaking development. The material witness warrant issued for a man whose pickup truck was seen leaving the scene of a deadly explosion that badly injured a nurse and killed an off-duty police officer.
He is a witness and a witness only. We interviewed several witnesses yesterday. And if we had not found those witnesses, we may have issued a warrant for them also.
Alabama U.S. Attorney Doug Jones warns don't jump to conclusions when he says investigators are searching nationwide for a North Carolina man. Eric Rudolph's gray Nissan pickup was spotted near this abortion clinic shortly after a deadly explosion early Thursday morning. Federal agents now want to talk to Eric Rudolph and have obtained a material witness warrant for him.
What do you want to ask him? That would be for the investigators.
While the All Points Bulletin search for the 31-year-old white male continues, federal agents conducted a microscopic search of their own in Birmingham, combing the crime scene and gathering evidence to ship back to the ATF laboratory in Atlanta.
We do feel confident that we will be able to reconstruct to some degree the explosive device that was used in the case.
And while investigators privately express optimism at finding Eric Rudolph and asking him what he knows, publicly they stress there is a lot of work yet to be done.
This investigation will continue for a period of time. As you well might know, there's a lot of leads to be covered, a lot of information to be obtained, and we are by no means at any conclusion at this point at pointing a finger at anyone.
Now, agents say that they do not know where Mr. Rudolph is right now. His last known address was in Marble, North Carolina, but they said in the news conference this evening that that was not a good address, and that is why they put out the All Points Bulletin throughout the nation for anyone who sees him, anyone who knows him. In fact, they even said any family members, if they know where he is, to call authorities and let them know. Reporting live from Birmingham, Alabama, Dale Russell, Fox 5 Eyewitness News.
Again, Dale, we stress that he is not a suspect, but can you explain a little bit more for us what this material witness warrant is about?
Amanda, essentially that is the federal government here, or the jurisdiction here in Alabama, telling other jurisdictions that if you see this man, if you come across this man, you can stop him and hold him for questioning. It gives them the power to do that. That way they can then come in and talk to him at that point in time. Now, if he is a risk to flee, they can put him in jail. And that would have been something that would have been taken up probably with a judge when this warrant was gotten.
All right, a number of promising leads. Dale Russell, thank you. The last known address of Eric Robert Rudolph was a small community outside Asheville, North Carolina. His Nissan pickup truck was traced to an address in Asheville, but Asheville Police Chief William Aliano says Rudolph's name is not a familiar one.
Summing up, this Rudolph, is that someone who's on your list?
I don't know of a Rudolph, and again, that's not information that's been made known to me by anyone.
Fox 5 reporter Melissa Jew is in Asheville right now. She's preparing a late report for us, and she'll join us live in our next half hour. In the town just outside of Birmingham, a service was held tonight to remember Officer Robert Sanderson. The people who gathered to remember him had a unique relationship with the officer. They were frequent protesters outside the blown-up clinic. Fox 5's Tom Corvin joins us now from Birmingham with more. Tom?
Officer Robert Sanderson will be laid to rest on Sunday, but as you mentioned, there was a service tonight, ironically, by the people who prayed and protested outside the clinic he was paid to protect. Some call that a service of irony. Those there at the service tonight call it a service of prayer and remembrance. Christ Charismatic Church knows Officer Robert Sanderson. They prayed outside the clinic he protected. The clinic is now the scene of Sanderson's death, a bomb site where Roger Hall stood only a week ago, talking to the man on the other side of the street.
Well, I think there's a real sadness right now that for two reasons. First of all, for Officer Sanderson and his family. And secondly, for all the finger pointing that's going on. We hate to see that. I don't think there's any place for point blame. The only one to blame is the person who put that bomb out there, and he needs to be caught and punished.
And that's why Pastor Jim Pinto's holding this prayer service, laying down the pro-life gauntlet for a moment to pray for Sanderson's family and the family of a critically injured nurse.
What we do is pray, show compassion, express our condolences, support financially, and entrust them into the hands of God, and pray that a tragedy like this never happens again. That's our hope.
I just hope people will understand that we're concerned for the family, the people involved. We're not concerned about politics tonight. We're not trying to prove our position. We just want to show our love for that family. Now and forever. Amen.
There was an offering taken this evening. That offering will be given to the families of Sanderson and nurse Emily Lyons, who was critically injured by this blast. Reporting live, Tom Corbin, Fox 5 Eyewitness News.
All right, what happened there has touched a lot of people. Tom, thank you. Funeral services for Robert Dwayne Sanderson will be held next Monday in Birmingham. A trust fund has been set up in his memory and for the family he leaves behind. You can contribute by sending your contributions to Post Office Box 1887, Birmingham, Alabama, 35201. The clinic nurse injured in the bomb blast remains in critical condition in the hospital tonight. Emily Lyons underwent 10 hours of surgery following the bombing at the University of Alabama Birmingham Medical Center. Doctors say she suffered extensive injuries to her legs, abdomen, and face, and she lost one of her eyes in the blast. Co-workers say Lyons is a very caring person and the calming force at the clinic when threats or suspicious packages were received. The search is on tonight for a man wanted as a material witness in yesterday's deadly Birmingham bombing. A nationwide lookout has been posted for Eric Robert Rudolph. Rudolph no longer lives at his last known address in the tiny mountain community of Marble, North Carolina. Police are also trying to locate a gray Nissan truck with North Carolina tags. It was seen in the area of the bomb blast. Investigators now say the Birmingham bomb was packed with nails and was designed to kill. They say it is too early, though, to link this to the unsolved Atlanta bombings, but those bombs also used nails as shrapnel. This story, of course, has been changing very quickly. Our reporters are staying in touch with authorities so we can bring you up-to-the-minute coverage. We'll have the newest developments in a live report coming up at about 10:35 We'll also bring you instant updates as the situation warrants. In other news this evening, a daring rescue in Cobb County. Emergency crews worked for almost 2 hours to free a farmer trapped underneath his tractor. Fox 5's Shirley Washington tells us that 53-year-old David Gibbs Jr. was trapped under the heavy machinery for more than 6 hours. Shirley.
Amanda Gibbs was cutting his grass when the accident happened, and his family didn't realize he was missing until almost 7 hours after he started that project. Gibbs was later found in a creek, shaking violently. Surrounded by darkness, Cobb County emergency workers set up lights so that they could see 53-year-old David Gibbs Jr. The farmer was cutting grass in his pasture when all of a sudden his tractor flipped over and pinned him underneath, leaving family members and friends hoping for the best.
I just hope he's okay, and he's not hurt really bad.